I've made some notes. In quite a lot of pain due to V2K as well. I haven't really bothered with my appearance, but anyway, this was the kind of stuff that he was kind of downloading to me about home education. Basically, I pulled my daughter out of school because I didn't think they were meeting her needs, for autism. She needed more close attention, but they was kind of quick to respond with, reports, not being good enough, like maths and English and stuff. That never improved, like she was at school, mainstream school, about, I don't know, 4 to 6 years, I'm not sure, but I pulled her out, and like we kind of devised our own programme. What I thought it was like kind of like more needed, practical skills for her and, stuff like that. I kind of based it around, like that Proverbs 31, like the woman, like that's kind of homebound and domestic, but also has a kind of her own business, like because it goes on about she buys in stuff from afar and things. And she has servants and stuff. Anyway, God's kind of like let me know, like through witnessing my daughter's struggles and my own as well, because I think I have autism. I haven't got it confirmed, but I know that I did have a lot of social problems, inept and stuff. For male and female practical roles, learning how to build houses, all the skills like plumbing and all that, to build their own homesteads, both male and female, to repair, like junior power tools. I think I was reading some or watching a video on the Netherlands, and Holland and stuff, and they're supposed to have the best education in the world, where they're pretty hands-on with tools, power tools and things like that. Like learning how to repair and build, working with, wood and stuff. Power tools they used and stuff, and male and female I think should learn sewing skills, like basic putting clothes together, repairing them and stuff, and cooking. Looking after the old elderly and stuff, and compulsory first aid, and also relationships in a biblical way. Like I've already mentioned on my channel about like porn and all that completely been stamped on. We don't need that kind of stuff, like, and getting sex back to the way it should be, which is like it's about families and like it's love between a man and a woman within a marriage setup. And just get that, like that kind of awful, like mindset, misogynistic mindset out the heads of men. What else was it? Being independent, yeah. So, like to base our society around being independent and self-sufficient. Like we could have like mini farms, like to be self-sufficient, like a pig or a goat or chickens, a few chickens. It doesn't have to be in many, but like we could have our own vegetable patches in the garden, rather than going into corporates, where they can poison your food and do all sorts with it, like take the food out the food, a bit like what's going on now. Just have like your own mini little farmyard. I've been watching a lot of babushka houses, like Russian houses where the elderly or like small villages, look after themselves, and it's not really that big, like I know that it takes up a lot of time, but at least you know what you're getting when you're putting your own stuff into the ground, and like it grows. And like God definitely wants these like businesses, corporate businesses, flattened, gone. Like so, like as self-sufficient as possible. I'm not sure if I've got. I'm going on about like building real relationships between the sexes. Like in schools, or home education. Like where like they're kind of team based, you know, they could do survival courses, the kids and that together, where it's not like you know, like the television, like kinds of sets them up to be sexual beings towards each other, don't they? So it's like a survival and community focused relationship building, you know, like team building. Could even like help fix the, like, you know, like elderly's you know, places or whatever, you know, like to do good in the community. Fun parks as well, you know, like again, I think I saw some kids like designing their own parks, and actually like starting to build them. Fun and learning based, again back to the survival. I know my daughter did some sort of bug farm thing where she was observing, you know, like the bugs that and looking after them and things like that, just like that scaled up. And like Bible being the main structure, and like the assemblies I used to have as a child as well, used to be a good start to the day and would make your mind focused, you know, on biblical principles and that stuff like that, you know. That's all I can think of right now. They're interfering with my mind quite a lot in V2K. I'm going through hell at the moment. They're putting me in a lot of power. Freudian sleep. They're putting me into a lot of pain around my midriff, as it says, that they're like pressing down, and like it's making go to the toilet quite a lot. So like just hope that I feel better next week. Just wanted to upload that because I think that's the kind of structure that God wants for the children of the future when things are like put at rest, you know, like these awful corporates that are dealt with. Okay, thank you. Bye.